doesn't imagine anything you could have it. Tell me I get it like poof, and that isn't magic. I could put you in the limelight, you know. Go shopping and we ride out all night. I spend the whole day home, you know. Making love all day long. I got whatever when you need it. Ain't nothing I could do, I'm a genius. And you smart, so together with the remix. Never leave you without story, there's no deep twists. I've been holding you down or whatever you need. Cause that's what you do when you get it like me. Expecting my love, nothing less from me, please. Girl, it's my job, so you don't gotta need. Get you anything that you ever dreamed of. Cause baby, you deserve it. I will get you anything that your heart desires. Cause baby, you are worth it. I will get you anything that you ever dreamed of. Cause baby, you deserve it. I will get you anything that your heart desires. Cause baby, you are worth it. Is it realer than realness? Like, how can I feel this? Cause you want whatever, but I get you. Whatever the deal is, like, do you want bling? Do you want a bag? Hit the concert, cause you like to sing. Do you want to travel? Do you want to chill? Sit back and build. Maybe get a ring, I got whatever when you need it. Ain't nothing I can do, I'm a genius. And you smart, so together with the remix. True love and a story has no deep twists. I've been holding you down on whatever you need. Cause that's what you do when you get it like me. Expecting my love, nothing else from me, please. Cause it's my job, so you don't gotta need. I will get you anything that you ever dreamed of.
Good evening and welcome everyone to Cigar Sundays. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV.com, always joined by the illustrious Cigarden Panel with at I am Jazz Garcelle and the God Ali Dawood L at BK Soul Farms. Welcome everyone joining us. Peace, God, and good evening.
Peace, God. Peace, power, and profit, family. How we doing?
I like the drip. I like the drip. I like the drip. It's real drip-alicious. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like to whip my own stuff.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. You know what I'm saying? We all right, bro. We all right. We alive. You know what I'm saying? I got the ice pack on the dome.
Oh, I was just doing my rehab therapy on my wrist too. Like, man, it's been hectic. Man, life been lifing.
For to say the least, right?
But the thing that when you reach this age is to remember that you're an adult and you got to handle things like an adult. So throwing a tantrum, while it might feel better in the moment, it's not really necessarily the right thing to do. So you gotta compose yourself and handle business and take care of yourself. So
yeah, definitely. I am Jazz Garcelle is not gonna be with us this evening, and we're gonna send some prayers out to her for what she going through, and she gonna be right back at it when she get back.
Word.
But she said, y'all gotta keep it going. Y'all gotta keep the culture alive. I told her, "Oh, we got you." I told her, "We got you." Said, we gonna keep the culture alive, right here. Okay. And this evening, we are talking about procrastination.
Word.
And what stops people from never getting started or finishing ideas. That's what we want. That's what we want to focus on. But we can go anywhere with this. So I want to share something first though. I want to pop something off.
Word.
Today, I was in a situation that I swear it made me want to procrastinate. And it would have been valid. You know what I'm saying? But I had an expectation. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not deceased. So if I got the strength to do it, be thankful that we can go ahead and get it done and keep it pushing forward. Because that's why I think it didn't end any worse. I could look at my scars.
Word.
You know. So when you can look at your scars and you're not defeated by them, that means we can keep going.
But you said something right. You said you have expectations, right? And I think that's key because you, like me, really believe in yourself and your potential, right? And know that you are the only thing really stopping your progress for real, right? So the willingness to accept ownership allows you to meet your expectation and not be disappointed in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Have regrets, right? I looked up the definition of procrastination earlier, and it had an interesting word in there: intentional.
Intentional.
And it had me thinking if maybe we've been using the word procrastination wrong for what people have been doing, or maybe they really have been intentionally being lazy, intentionally self-sabotaging, intentionally not self-starting.
Well, that's one of the questions. Why does that the main question? What stops people from never getting started or finishing? Right.
If intentional, like that's the like that's my problem, bro. Like I'm having a hard time accepting that it's intentional. Because if it's intentional, that means that a lot of people are suicidal, walking around, um, just looking for the easiest way to die.
Looking for the easiest way to die. Okay.
Right. Not necessarily willing to actually do it themselves, quickly or whatever. But
So I'm a flip the die
yeah,
to another 3-letter word to win. They're looking for the easiest way to win. I do think it's dying because they dying on not
yeah.
doing something. Or they killing the idea before it even gets started because they won't even do the work. They won't even start.
And that's see, do the work. And see, when you say words like win, that implies that you're putting in the energy to win.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that means you would have to be intentionally not procrastinating.
Right.
You have to be intentionally, for self. And I've been thinking about it all day, bro. And I'm like, I'm willing to accept that maybe we're using the wrong word for what people are doing, because I can't accept that people are really suicidal for real.
Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up. Nah, they doing what they doing. No. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna tell you something. I got, and I don't use names.
Yeah.
But a person might hear me talking about them on this show, and you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you know is I ain't lying on you. Okay. And everything that I say it to you directly. And I told you I love you. Because I wouldn't have wasted my time sharing it with you if I didn't love you. So
Frustrated because you love
that's what frustrates me.
them.
Because look, because of my expectation You know what I'm saying? And how I think that they are better than they're willing to be for themselves. But I'm starting to really, really, really,
It's hard.
just allow people just to be like, you know what? Okay. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? That's you. All right, but don't get mad. Don't say I switched up. Don't say I changed. Don't
Don't
say I'm acting brand new. And this was a big thing to like to all my all and anybody who listen out there who think that this apply to you, to all my street guys,
mm-hmm.
the real ones, the real ninjas, the hood ninjas. Why is it okay? Not for me. Why is it okay for you if I call you or you call me and we collectively agree to get involved in some penitentiary chances type situations?
Mm-hmm.
You're cool with that. But if I call you and say, hey, I ain't with all that, man. I ain't on none of that. You know what I'm saying? Check out what I got going over here. You know what I'm saying? And let's work on something with that. They comfortable with doing stuff that could potentially jeopardize you even being around for people you care about, for the people that you say you care about. Like that's what I don't get. I get some people don't have options, but I'm through with thinking people don't have options. Because I know too many non-procrastinators. I got a big cuz. Shout out Big Cuz from the Boogie Down. You know what I'm saying? Did 20 years, came home, got a PhD, ain't looked back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing
Well,
hold him. I got
congrats.
another, I- you know what I'm saying? I got another cousin from the Bronx, did 13 down, came home, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Got his trucking thing together. Shout out to him too. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys ain't letting what most of these guys holding as a badge of honor, okay, to say you ain't really hood or you ain't really this if you don't go and do some time in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why we are poisoned with that mindset, why that's cooler, than trying to be an astronaut or an entrepreneur, but
Well, you know,
but
uh,
I say to them guys, don't call me no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I already been on this. I'm just talking about it on the podcast. But I
facts.
already been on this. Like, don't call me, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't calling me and you on what I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Then I ain't on that. And you
Yep.
and I'm tired of people being comfortable with being on that type of time, but then say, oh man, ain't no opportunities, ain't no this, ain't no that. And you got a brother that you comfortable with being in the trenches with. But when that brother say, hey man, we ain't gotta be in them trenches, we can go over here and dig a new trench and start this. Now you don't want to come over here and do no digging.
It's a different kind of work, right? It's different kind of work, right? Like, that's why that's why I used the word tantrum earlier, right? Because it's all immature responses and reactions, right? It's not the mature, well thought out way of thinking. It's looking for the easiest win that doesn't require you to do a lot of work, right? So I would rather, as a kid, hurry up and eat all my food and my vegetables, even if I don't want to eat them, if it means I can go outside and play.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm sitting in class, right, and the only thing it does is if I finish all my work fast, I just get to have more free time to sit in class and wait till the bell ends. You know, there's that's not a it's not sexy. It's not fun. It's not enticing. Folks don't see that as a win. I was talking about that with my baby brother yesterday. I was like, we gotta We got to learn to know when we are winning, right?
Mm.
And accept the fact that we are winning, that we don't have to keep doing the ninja stuff all the time, right? We don't have to be on demon time all the time to prove that we got our black cards or we black enough, right? Like every one of us feels the pressure or has the pressure of law enforcement doing something dirty to us just because of the way that we look, right? So automatically, don't matter if you from the suburbs or from the P's, like black is black.
Yeah, we wear the skin every day.
The skin every day, right? So there's nothing to prove, right? So maintaining the street code, right? Snitches get stitches, right? Like that only applies to people involved in criminality, right?
Right.
If I'm work every day and if I'm focusing on taking care of my family and my friends, right? Like then I'm not involving in criminality because that's going to take me away from my family and my friends.
Exactly. My point. And I'm like, how you doing it to take care of your family and your friends with or whoever you saying you taking care of, but then if you get jammed up, now you ain't gonna be no good. So what they gonna do?
What they gonna do?
And
Like
I'm like, over here, right? Over here, like we created a whole job for ourselves, okay? A whole new enterprise. And it's like, bro, the only ops is the IRS, and they got a playbook
and they got a playbook that you can read.
that you right. If you learn, study their playbook, like
Just put it on your calendar and stay ahead of it.
yeah, like that's Call of Duty on easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
Like
on.
kind of work, right? Like some people, like but it is also true too, right? We also gotta allow for the realization that we all learn differently, right?
Yeah.
Some are more hands-on. So
Mm-hmm.
as they have the experience or the exposure to a thing, they may not get the chance or the opportunity to express that and be glorious, right? They may not be good studious people that can sit there and look at a book and read and oh, I know it now. Take this test and nah, like that's not. We got to accept that that's a lot of us, right? We got to at some point we gotta accept the conspiracy that everybody got ADD,
Okay.
right?
I'm cool with that, but okay, so ADD though is like in that mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I have ADD. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I know I have ADHD at certain times, right? It comes and goes. At the same time, though, every person, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm under the impression that every human being, all right, child or adult, when they want to do something, they put the effort into it to do it.
No, that's 100% facts.
So it's like if you don't want to do it, that's why we don't see you doing it. And I just wish, you know what I'm saying, like the people, some of the people that I invite would just say no. Like just say, bruh, I don't want to do that. I ain't on what you on. Like, why it gotta be all this fake corny? Like, because I'll tell you, I ain't on no packs, home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't pushing no packs. I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trapping. I ain't doing nothing. I trap at DBCHEFTV, fam.
Mm-hmm.
We got drip, we got hats, merchandise. 1016, go get y'all some self-sustainability, get the book. You know what I'm saying? Go to bksoulfarm.com and get you a copy. You know what I'm saying? Like products. That's what we got, you know? And we not sitting here telling people that like we the end all be all, we the know all, and you should be doing this or you should be doing that. But if a person decides to just pay a little bit of attention, which is free, okay, and they look at some of the stuff we saying, and they look at their surroundings, and they be like, "Dang, you're gonna see like we ain't by ourselves."
Nah. Nah, like you bring up the book, and it's funny because I put in the book that I wrote it to pretty much force people to own up to their truth, right? Like, because everybody got a responsibility of food, clothing, and shelter, and the protection of that, right? If you want to keep looking and breathing, those are the facts of life, right? And having a job doesn't guarantee that you're gonna always have that. Like, you still have to eat, you still need to sleep somewhere, you still need clothes on your back, and you still need to be able to secure that, right? Employed or unemployed, right? You still have that role, as far as life. And my thing is like, all right, so I figured out a bunch of different ways that I was able to physically do, and I'm saying I'm the resource, right? I'm saying this is what I did, this is what I learned, this is what I've showed other people, this is what they did with it, right? Like, if you don't want to know how to feed yourself, say that. Say that. Say that you want to be dependent, right? It'll make everything a lot easier, right? This whole Democrat Republican crap, nah, right? Like who want to take care of themselves and who want to be handheld? Like what was the meet the last joint, like the whole hand holding joint, right? Like cats want to be handheld. They want somebody to chew their food for them, right?
Yeah. Like, can you do it for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, and I try to explain to a lot, like you said something real key, God. You said that people learn different. So I know I'm one of them people who learn different too. I enjoy more so being hands-on with things, but I like literary content too because I'm critical. So I like to be challenged a little bit and be like, aha, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a joy in working and fucking up. You know what I'm saying? And get huh?
We're gonna call it problem solving, not messing up. We're gonna call it problem solving.
Okay, problem solving. But yeah, it's a joy in that, because it's like, oh damn, I did that. And
Yeah.
you might even have got something else out of that wasn't trying to get you to where you was trying to go, but you learned how to do something else that you wasn't even trying to do. Like, damn, oh, okay, so I could do that, but I need this what I'm really trying to do. And that's great. So you learn it. I get that. But I know a lot of people that's just like they don't want to fish with you. They rather the plate is already fixed, the fish already caught, they already clean, they already gutted, it's already seasoned, it's already grilled and everything, dressed up, put on a plate. Here you go, just enjoy yourself. And I'm just like, if I die, how do you fish? Or do now because you don't have somebody doing it for you. Now you're going to decide to do it?
Yep. Yep.
You
Because
know?
now that was important, right? When if as long as long as the titty there, the baby gonna keep feeding, right? Right? Like until mom be like, yo, fall back, here's an apple
Right.
or some greens or something, right? Like,
Right.
um, but as long as it's there for them, is there like it's I don't want to say this the wrong way because I don't want to disparage anybody that truly needs public assistance and all the social services and stuff like that, right? But I do accept that there's a mindset uh that comes. I don't know if it comes from that or it is associated with that whole welfare situation where,
Yeah.
right, like so I don't know which one came first. You know what I'm saying, the chicken or the egg.
the, the welfare of the mindset.
And the mindset is what I'm talking about. People that's not necessarily on welfare have a welfare mindset.
I see that. I see
And
that too.
that's what I'm saying. Like those are the people that we're talking about, that's procrastinators and procrastinating. And it's like, yo, it's like you not on welfare. Like you literally don't qualify for public assistance. Otherwise you on it. Right? Or maybe you do qualify and you just too lazy to actually go and get it so that you can actually get to the next level, because it's public assistance is there to assist, in my mind. Right?
Well. I don't know if that's how they designed it initially, but since then they have let it become public dependence.
Public dependence.
You know, they don't. It's not assistance because it's no time limit. You know, and it's a prerequisite. Like I'll say it. You know, I don't have no problem with it, big bro, because I say it. Welfare, public assistance. But let me say this first. I ain't no Democrat. I ain't no Republican. I ain't
Yeah.
no independent. I ain't no none of that. I ain't on none of that y'all on. Okay? I ain't on none of that. All right. But I am on seeing my people do better.
Mhm.
Okay. Now I know can't just pull a rug from up underneath people. But peep this. If okay, we ain't gonna talk about the problem without some sort of solution.
Mhm.
All the people out here that are procrastinating, who
Mhm.
stay on, and what they're procrastinating is because they stay on public assistance once they get on it, and they procrastinating at doing something to allow themselves to not to level to move to a level above that, to move off of that, to elevate themselves in life, to become more doers for themselves versus then dependent on that particular
See,
uh
and
they
your
gotta
pro-
they gotta sign up for it.
yeah, yeah. Like I think, like like the problem that we got is, like, we're doers, right? And doers do, and we don't really necessarily see, like why not, right? If it's something you want to do, let's figure out how to do it, right? Like if you don't have enough money, figure out how to get enough money, right? Like whatever you need to do. But the majority of people, bro, like I think the one of the reasons why religion work is because people want to give up and let go, right? They want to, no pun intended, right? They want to let Jesus take the wheel, right? And for me, that's kind of like a welfare mindset of, I don't have to be the one driving necessarily. I can let go and let God. Again, I'm not trying to offend nobody, right? I'm just,
Right. Yeah.
right, a
Yeah.
mind of,
The trade-off, and this is where I'm talking about the trade-off. Because if I did run for office, okay, I'm sorry, everybody, we would still have public assistance. We would still have welfare, food programs, all that, because contrary to popular belief, we the greatest country on earth. All right. We supposed to be the richest, so we got enough to do these things. All right.
mm,
And my first executive order would be something real slick called reparations. All right.
I
Check it
vote,
out. But what I would
uh,
do, how I would reform the public assistance, the welfare social systems to eliminate procrastination is I would make mandatory education and job training for
100%.
everybody on it. So if you're gonna get on it, if you're gonna take this money, then you have to agree to go to these classes. You have to agree to go to this stuff because you only gonna be on it for 36 months or 48 months. That's it. And that's enough time for you to be trained in a skill set for some type of profession that allow you to be able to, and we're gonna give you financial training, because if people, a lot of people just getting a check, all they doing is spending money. They don't be paying over, they don't really have personal financial management skills. They don't have the knowledge. The majority of the people, because they just getting a check and just spending it. So I would change that. That was just my little, I get off my soapbox on that. But we would still have it. But I would want to see people not be stuck on it for 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And their quality of life has not improved. And that's what I feel like people miss out on life when your quality of life ain't improving, man. Like, you want to do some stuff. Like, it's nice to accomplish some things, and I get we going through a whole lot of mental trauma and everything and all that good stuff. But when you have people that'll help you and then you still don't want the help, then you procrastinate. That's all you're doing. You just procrastinating. Like, you're not even trying to help yourself for real. And then that'll make the person become disgusted with you. The person trying to help you,
Yeah, like I'm like that's why I say, right, like that, and if it's intentional, I'm saying it's suicidal, right? I'm saying, what the Christians say, like you be born again when you get baptized. I think, like, when you change your mind and you decide to be an adult and you decide to take control, not I don't want to use the word take control, but take ownership of your actions and deeds, and I think then is when you are born again, right? Like, that's when I think everybody else is just,
everybody else just got splashed. They just splashed in the water.
yeah.
They just splashed in the water because somebody told them, you going to get baptized today.
That's it makes it so easy, especially if your understanding of faith is that it's not as stringent, right? So if you can do something wrong and all you got to do is apologize, then it's all good. Then, like, your efforts and deeds are greatly reduced, right? Like, you don't have to do that much. Even in your faith, you don't have to do that much. So we're looking for the easiest win. We're looking for the easiest thing that we have to do, right? What they say when the Roman came to Egypt and they had all the Greeks and everything, like, and they was picking which religion they was gonna follow. They tried the ancient Egyptian culture, but they have 42 confessions of Ma'at. That's way too many things. You know what I'm saying? Is 2,000 characters plus in the Medu Neter, right? Like, that's way too many letters of an alphabet, right?
Too many disciplines.
It's too much for you to be able to govern a people, because there's too many perspectives that are acceptable, right? But so they chose
Where we at now? It's nothing new under the sun. Because I mean, like, it's a whole lot of perspectives out here right now. We got some front runners though. You know what I'm saying? Being shoved down the people's throat. But but it's a whole bunch of them online. And other places, billboards and everything else we see, television, that's just doing the same thing. So that's why I'm like, why not? At least that stuff was right and just.
All right.
At least that was some right and just stuff. What does that world look like today?
We'll never know, right? Because colonizers have colonized the planet, and the whole planet is of one mind, right? Like, it's not just America that is under a slave mind. Like slavery was I don't want to say the lingua franca, but it was the way to make money. Like, it was the currency right? For the world, not just a few countries.
Yeah.
Like it was like the whole.
Yeah, be strong conquering, strong going over here. Like we're gonna take this land, we're gonna take these resources.
Like Vikings was real, right? Like
Yeah, and we're gonna, and with the people here, either you're gonna get down or lay down. Plain and simple.
right, like so it's bad, man. So that's why I say suicidal, because I choose to fight for my life, right? And I'm a keep learning, right? And if I got to learn a new skill, I'm gonna learn that skill. If I gotta, I'm a practice kind of person. I need to a trial and error, right?
Mhm.
I can get understanding, but for me to really get knowledge for real, I gotta tinker. I gotta put it together, take it back apart, try it again a different way. I gotta move it over here, like so. Some might say that's procrastination, right?
I say that's getting comfortable with it because you actually doing. See, procrastination is if that shit's sitting over there in the corner and
Yeah,
you keep looking at it, talking about, yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. And you just keep on, yeah, and I'm gonna get to it. And
Yeah,
don't never do nothing with it.
yeah.
But taking it out the box and building it 4-5 different ways, man, you trying to learn it. You trying to study it. You trying to know it.
Trying to know,
You trying to know it. You trying to have knowledge of it. Become proficient.
and that's another thing, right? Like the misconception that we know things when we read something, right? The human,
Right.
like quiet is kept. Like we only experience things through our five senses, right? And even though scientists develop tools to enhance upon those five senses, you still need those five senses to observe or understand the new technology, right? Like so, unless you actually do a thing, unless you actually experience a thing, you don't know anything,
Right.
right? You like it's all belief and assumption, right? Like we assuming because somebody wrote a book and it got a lot of words in it that it's true, right? Because who would take the time to put down a bunch of words that's wrong?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
That's
Yeah,
it, right?
depends on the mission of the book,
And
so
world history, like apparently a lot of people,
yeah.
right? Like the propaganda go around and people fall for it because they lazy and they want to be led astray, right? They easily led. It's it sucks, bro. Because there's no fix. Because the only fix is tough love, right? Like you really gotta cut the cord and be like, all right, get your cry out and move on.
Right. Right. So this gonna be our first question. This gonna be our first question right here. We want to know, how is procrastination bad? We're gonna jump off the ledge with this one. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go with, it's bad because I'm not even gonna talk about what it does for what it doesn't do for the people doing it. I'm gonna talk about what procrastination does for other people, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is
Okay, I'm tracking like almost like you're like a wife waiting for her husband to do something.
right.
Tracking.
Yep, like that. Um, procrastination, it's going to affect you anyway. But how it affects other people is almost worse than how it affects the individual, in my opinion, because if I'm not doing something for me, then it only affects me. But if I'm procrastinating, if I'm a procrastinator and I have a responsibility to other people for something, then by not doing that, it's going to affect the other people. It's not just going to only affect me. So when I see examples of like asking people to do stuff, like asking people to be engaged in certain things and stuff like that. And then people be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I got you. But then they'll never have you. Like that's procrastination. Now what happens is if I'm the person who reaches out, then I'm waiting. I'm probably putting something on hold because I'm anticipating that they're going to, you know, keep their word, that they're not going to procrastinate. So I'm probably waiting to be able to do something with what they said they were going to do, but now they're procrastinating about. So this is where I think procrastination is bad at how it affects the other people. You know, we know how it's bad when I don't do something that I'm supposed to do. I know how it's bad for me. I completely lose out. I completely lose time. I completely lose money. I completely lose, you know, possibly resources, whatever. But it may only affect me. If I say I don't want to wash the dishes, then I'm a person who gotta be in the house with a stinky dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I say I don't want to take out the trash, then I'm the person in the house that gotta be like, all right, I'm looking at trash. But that's if you live alone. That ain't if you live with somebody. If you live with other people, then the other people don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like if you got the dishes, you supposed to be doing that. If you got the trash, you supposed to be doing that. Right? Like I can't procrastinate on paying a mortgage bill when the family is depending on me to keep the roof over their head, you know? So that affects that's a me affecting everybody else. But when people obligate themselves to do things or volunteer to do things, all right, then it's different because the other person on the receiving end is saying, like, okay, so you're gonna do that. All right, cool, check. You're gonna do that. And now you're looking for it, waiting for it to get done, and it never happens. So instead of them starting, the idea never gets finished. And then somebody is disappointed. Now, the thing that we have in both of these cases is that when we procrastinating, there's always a loss. Whether it's me procrastinating or whether it's somebody else procrastinating about something that we involved in, it's still a loss because it's not getting done. It's not being started. And if it ain't being started, then how we gonna reach a goal? You can't start a race. You can't not start a race and get to the finish line, you know, unless you're a spectator. That's it. So either you in it and you playing, or either you watching.
Man, you saying a bunch of things that a bunch of words that like spectator, right? You say like race, right? Like people like this my thing, right? Cats are getting killed at sporting events because their team lost, right? Or another fan uh Yeah, it was a I want to say it was a Dolphin Bills game or something like that. Somebody got stabbed or something like that. And I'm like y'all are just spectators. Like you guys are not on the team. You guys are not participating. You guys like this bloodshed don't affect the next game. It doesn't affect anybody on the team, on neither team. This this is just pointless. But spectators feel like because they've been watching for so long, right? They got such a bird's eye view, right? And they can tell you what play to run. They can tell you, and they feel like when you run the wrong play, because they can see the right play for you to run, right? That they got the right to to be boisterous and vocal, and but they don't actually want to actually get on the field. They don't want to go to tryout and see if they can make the team though. They
Fan. That's what they are. They're a fan.
a fair weather fan, not even a real fan.
They're a
Like
fan.
um fans of spectating,
Spectate. That's what they said. That's what they make the tickets for.
right? Like they're fans of they're not even fans of the sport is what I'm saying. Like their thing is all about spectating and all about I get the feeling like I'm the one that threw the winning touchdown, right? Like I'm not Tom Brady, I'm not Michael Vick, I'm not, like I'm watching them on the screen. Like you see people, you see videos, people be breaking their TVs and stuff. They get so invested, like they're spectating, but they're it's like
Now look, God. That's a it's a I can't think of who it was, but I was just watching it the other day on YouTube. I wish I could call his name because I would get a credit because it ain't like it this didn't come from me. But it was a guy. I was watching YouTube, something financial, whatever, and the guy was saying everybody got these teams that they go buy all this stuff for. They we lost, we won, and this is not knocking anybody who enjoys sports, okay? Because everybody isn't going to fall under what I'm about to say, okay?
correct,
Because I know plenty of people that is diehard sports fans and they about their business. They don't procrastinate. Okay. Like when it comes to their personal business, they on top of their stuff.
correct.
They not somebody who's saying, I want my life to be like this, or I want this, or I want that. But yet they not spending no time investing in that. They watching sports. Okay. They put more time into watching sports than they do investing into where they want their life, their level of comfort in life to be.
I said a bunch of looking ass mud, right? Because like mud,
Procrastinators.
right? Stop looking, right? Like like try out for the team,
Mhm.
right? Like try out for the team. See if you got more hops than LeBron, right?
Yeah,
Like if not, then accept everything that he do on the court, right? And just enjoy yourself and enjoy the action, right? Don't be so emotionally involved and bet your house and gotta beat your wife and beat your kids and don't go to work and
or gamble your rent money I don't know the name of them gambling things. I don't use them. But
yeah,
yeah, you gamble your rent. All you got is this little amount of money and you're gonna go gamble it on. It's
yeah,
like stop, man. It's
like you know the idea of knowing, like, yeah, right, what you say, this is all the money you got, right? You got your paycheck and your paycheck is allocated for all your bills. There is no extra money nowhere, right? Any money that you take to go gamble or do something else with is literally coming from your livelihood, right? Like if that ain't suicidal, I don't know what is, right? Like I'm seeing all these ways. They say 6 million ways to die. Choose one, right? Like we keep thinking about, the blood and loud noises and hangings and stuff like that. But there's a bunch of ways to just let yourself die, right? And just wait and procrastinate and just wait for the end to be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's goddamn, bro. Like you don't make me, I don't want to accept that. I don't want to accept that.
I mean, you shouldn't have showed up. And you can't go back in now. Granddaddy. It's too late.
Man, yo, man, that's and if we listen to if we look at the hip hop genre, like there's a whole suicidal depressed wave going, this whole genre of of nothing and not doing nothing but high and doing nothing, doing enough work to get some more whatever, some more get, and so that you can be high, right? Enough for that, and that's like your life energy is just going away, right? It's just depleting, right? That's sad, right? I need somebody more articulate than me to put this thought process together, right? To make folks understand. Because if everybody on social media doing it for the likes, and people are doing the most for the likes, and everybody's saying, oh, they just doing it for the attention. When you see them doing it and you give them the attention, like bad attention is still attention.
It's still attention.
Still attention, right? It's still, if that's what you think they want, if that's what you think they're doing it for, like the best thing that you can really do is to block their ass and don't see stuff like that.
That's what I said. I said, hey, don't follow me. Don't be my friend.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like don't be my friend. Don't follow me. Like what you watching for? And I've reached out to support, and you don't even want, you know what I'm saying? Like what you watching? What you watching me for? Like
I
my evolution, you know what I'm saying, wasn't enough.
I
And
am friend. I apply pressure, right? I have expectations that I put out up front, and if you say cool, then I'm expecting you to be about your business, right? Like no bums, right? I cannot I cannot associate with bums. I can't associate with do nothings, right? Like you cannot be a professional time waster.
you can't be a professional time waster, right? That's like, why you don't pull up? Why you don't pull and do what? The same thing we was doing when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, 13. The same thing. You want to pull up now in my 40s and do the same thing we did 30 years ago? No, I don't want to do that. I'm okay.
I'm
And
okay.
yeah, and even if I do that, I want to go somewhere else and do that. I want it to look different. The environment needs to look different. I need to have evolved. I need to have a moment where I'm like, man, I remember when I used to be on the corner around so and so
Yeah.
smoking J's and doing this and doing that, and now look at this. You know what I'm saying? Now I got my medical, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Or my, you know what I'm talking about? And yeah,
yeah,
you know, and now we doing it like that. So I'm like, come on, man, that's an evolution. That's something that's like, and all of those things took non-procrastination
yeah.
because
It
I
took
had to go from one point to another point, and I had my bumps in the road. I'm almost, you know, almost messed up my blessings a couple times. But at the end of the day, that ain't what the universe had for me. And I knew better to get myself together. You know,
right.
like boy, you ain't gonna keep getting a whole bunch of chances. Okay. So you're gonna have to get it right and keep it right at some point in time. That's when everything changed.
You was
That's
born in
when everything changed. And then I got to really visualize procrastinators. I really started because it's like, dang, I gotta be accountable all the time. And it's not from nobody else. It's I gotta hold myself accountable first. And that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you want to just be like, fuck it. But then you realize like it's kind of cool to be responsible. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I don't have to worry about certain things that other irresponsible procrastinating people don't have to worry about. You know, I don't have those problems.
not
Those
those,
problems I don't have.
not those problems. I got different ones, but not those.
Not those, right?
Right. And there is no better or worse problems for that's not necessarily true, right? Because you do need to be able to maintain food, clothing, and shelter and the
Yeah.
protection. So if you are not able to do that, I'm saying that you are lacking.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Right?
agree.
Um, and it's as simple as getting a bucket in the corner, as simple as getting a stash account or talking to somebody to invest something. It's like, whew, you good, bro?
Yeah, that ice came out that bag on the back of my head. And it's running down my back. And it's cold.
He like, oh man, it's
Okay,
bananas.
go ahead. Go ahead. We could talk. We good. We could talk. Mm.
Yeah, nah, man. Like, I don't know, procrastinators, man. Like, if it's intentional, then we just gotta allow them to live or die how they choose. It's
That's what we're gonna definitely allow them to live or die how they choose. Somewhere else. Not over here.
because that's the thing, man. Like, I'm cool with whatever you do. Like we don't have to be on the same page for real, right? Like, and that's cool. But more especially, we don't have to be in each other's way,
That's right.
right? Like if your wave is flowing this way and my wave is flowing that way, and there's places where they clash. If those occurrences are too frequent, then one of us got to change course, right? Or both of us got to change course, right? But either way, if one of us do it, then it don't matter if what the other person do, right? Like
Right. Right. But it does though if we're gonna work together. If we're not gonna work together, then it don't matter. Because that's just like any other human.
yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah, like they just don't matter because they're not even in your cipher.
Yeah, if you're gonna work if you're gonna work together with somebody, if and that's what I'm saying, right? Like if you need somebody help, you are asking somebody to work together with you, right?
Yes,
Like
absolutely. Yes.
now a person who is in need of help is asking a person capable of helping. So that person is a doer. That person is a doer. So they're asking a doer to work with them, right? So that means that they have to be willing to do as well, right? Because the doer already has the go 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 do mentality. Like they already coming into the game. You got to do bang 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 bang. This what you got. Boom. Right. If you're not there yet, if you're not, you got to be honest with yourself, right? Because you might just be still having fun or whatever, right? You still may be in your youth, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not cool if you want to be around other people that's trying to do other things, and your things are hindering those things.
If you procrastinating,
If you
correct.
procrastinate,
If they procrastinating and they want to be a part of it, of you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, like, man, like even with the network,
yeah,
like you said, doers. I reached out to other doers, at
do it.
least people I thought I know a couple doers. I know BK Soul Farm is a doer. I know I Am Jazz Garcelle's a doer. You know what I'm saying? Other people, I know they have different unique situations. Okay. So we not gonna just say people not doers, but they do what they want to do. They do the stuff they like to do,
Everybody
right?
do.
Everybody do that, but don't say you want to do something and then you don't want to commit to what it takes to do it.
Just be honest.
Just be honest. Just say I'm not interested. You know, don't even say I want to do it, but I can't commit. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then even if you do want to commit, then you got to know what it takes to commit. So when a person say, "Okay, well, I'm going to commit," okay, but what do we need to do? That's the game plan. And then we got to honor the game plan, as best as we can. So
Because
I'm like, we can't procrastinate about it, like, or else we're not going to reach a goal. We're not going to get,
yeah,
close to what we trying to what we said. Hey, what we want to do? We want to keep going. We want to, build this up. We don't have an expectation. We just building. Whatever it look like when it get done building, we're gonna be happy with what we built. We may even halfway along the way be like, oh, you know what? We could build it out like this. Cause we got so many blocks. We didn't even know we had all these blocks. We got this extra plywood over here. We got some sheetrock over here, man. Let's go ahead and you know what I'm
oh,
saying?
change the plan. Let's expand it. Not change it. Let's expand it.
Let's expand it. That's it. We still building a house. It
Still
just might it just might turn into a mansion.
might turn into a mansion.
It might turn into a temple.
Yeah.
We might say, you know what? Let's just go full pyramid. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. But I'm like, dang, but to just be like procrastinate, 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 but then don't come with no real like
Yeah.
reason, no
I
real reason. Like, give me a real reason. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
oxymoron, right? Because they're procrastinators, but this is a microwave generation, right? Like they want everything right now. They want everything is all about instant gratification, but don't want to actually do anything. That's what I'm saying, right? Like even the whole instant gratification thing has changed from 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 you wanting, like, you really wanting the thing that you want, to you only want fun things that you can have right now that don't require you to actually do anything but go to the club. You just got to show up, right? Gotta gotta hit the weed man up. You just gotta is only fun things is what you're willing to do, right? Like how many cats you don't know drove mad far for some box, right? Like
I I
man, right?
yeah.
And multiple times,
Yeah.
right? And didn't complain not one time, right? Um, fun things, bro. Like we're willing to do whatever it takes to have fun.
Right.
Right. The criminal activities, that fun things. Right. Fast money is fun, right? Because nowadays, in my mind, if you really about, moving weight, like you'll move somewhere where you can do that. It's like it's so many places now, right? Like,
Well,
like,
you know what I'm saying? It's useless. Hey, stuff I ain't gonna talk about it. I'll tell you offline, but stuff I hear, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's I don't get it. I don't get it. Cause it's no love. You know what I'm saying? It's no love. It's like if I was in the streets, I'd be a murderer.
uh,
Plain and simple.
cold blooded, bro. Like, man,
Plain and simple, God. If I was in the streets, I would be a murderer for real. Cause it ain't no love. Like, don't nobody respect nothing. Don't nobody care about nothing. It ain't no love. Don't nobody treat each
all
other. Everybody trying to backdoor everybody and be snakes and all this other stuff. I don't have the energy for. I'm like, and I know I don't need to be in that space. One, because I've done things in life that I don't have to do all that.
mm-hmm.
Okay. But at the same time, like if that was even an option, I probably would kill myself. For real. I probably would say, you know what, I'm just gonna go see what Jesus and them talking about, man, or Allah, whoever up there, man. Like for real, you gave me free will. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like
Nah,
some
man.
I don't believe everything in that book is 100% the word of the God. Okay.
Right.
So
Yeah. Nah.
I'm like, well, God gave me suicide, so I can do it if I want to. And that's why I think so many people, how you were saying, that's why I think they're so comfortable with it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But the religion, right, has us scared to say that out loud, right? Has us scared to tell the truth, right? So
Yeah. That's why they don't like me because they say you always telling the truth. You always you different. You got this to say. I'm like, bro, I ain't lying to you, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna waste your time.
yeah,
And if you need to keep talking to me so you can understand it more, let's do that. I'm with that. I'm all about effective communication. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm not gonna do is lie to you. I'm not gonna be stringing you along, trying to mislead you, trying to manipulate. I don't have time for that. Because
and do the two, right? Like
say that again. Say that again, God.
I'm not tiptoeing through the tulips, right?
Tiptoeing through tulip. Yeah.
I don't have time for that, right? Like I got things to do, and and it just needs to get done. Like they don't need a whole lot of words, right? We just got to get straight to it, knock it out, so we can go back to chilling.
Right. I'm not gonna procrastinate with this communication.
But try my best to use the nicest words I can, right? Said it the right way and everything. I would do my very best, but you know,
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
but,
I'm gonna I'm gonna try.
my head, not to my heart. Uh,
Right. Um, I had another situation where I had somebody that that says they want to do stuff, that they want to be a part of certain things, and then they just procrastinate when you say, okay, well, you this is what is required for you to get started and what it is that you trying to do. Okay. Now here is the wild part. This the part that I don't even understand, like this dynamic. And what I'm thinking is people just trying to waste your time. So this is why people who I've noticed that this is their behavior, I've distanced myself. I don't let them have my time no more. So a person that say, cause somebody done came to me and said, hey, I want to do so and so and so and so. Can you help me do this? So I'm like, okay, well, here's what you need to do to get started. Before I even do anything, here's what you need to do. So when you get to me, we'll already be at a certain point where now everything I'm showing you now ties into what you already did. And you'll be further along. Okay. But then they procrastinate and don't want to do that stuff. Or they want you to do that stuff for them. Then when they come to you, then show them the other stuff. It's like, who's doing the work here? Because if I'm just going to go out here and fish for two, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe you can go over there and sharpen some knives or something. Can you do that? You know what I'm saying? Can you at least can you go set a table? Can you go wash some plates or something?
Something.
You know, can you be somewhat instrumental? Because what'll be beneficial to everybody is if you over here fishing. Because I know how to fish. So now, if you over here and you get sharp at it, now I can go do something else. Okay? And I can come over here and help too. And then I can go and get something else started. That's going to still facilitate this meal.
I think a lot of that ties into the earlier conversation of folks not wanting to give other people credit, right? Because if I don't know how to fish and I want to know how to fish, what I want for real is I want to innately know how to fish. I don't want Pearl to show me how to fish, because then Pearl gonna be looking over me like, hey, you doing that wrong. You doing it. It's gonna give him power over me, is what we were taught, right? Like, so it's all about I want to know how to do it, but and I want to do it with you, but I don't. So yeah, it's a lot, right? Like, because
they worried about the power you gonna have,
but the power that you're gonna
like, and that defeats the whole purpose. Like, that defeats the whole purpose of you asking them to help you learn something in the first place. Like, imagine if every child went to school and said, I don't want to learn because the teacher gonna tell me how to learn. Everybody gonna be dumb as shit. You know what I'm saying? With the I mean, considering, you know what I'm saying? I got that same education, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm still dumb as shit too in certain ways. So I'm learning though. I ain't ashamed to say it. I ain't ashamed to say what I don't know, I Google first.
That's the part right there. I'm not ashamed to say what I don't know. I don't know a lot.
Right.
Like a lot. Right? Like, stuff I do know, I know it well.
That's
know.
right.
But there's a lot of stuff I don't know.
That's right.
And I'm comfortable in my ignorance, right? And I'm willing to always learn if an opportunity presents itself. But I am comfortable not knowing. I'm comfortable in you knowing something that I don't know.
Right.
I'm comfortable with that.
Super comfortable with that, because they give me a reason to call you and be like, God, what's so and so and so and so? Word. Yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to have people that know stuff that you could bounce stuff off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you, especially if you done it. If I know that you've done it, if you done put your hands in it, then why would I not value that wealth of life experience and information? Why would I not? And I'm valued enough to be a friend in your life that I can actually call and pick your brain. You see? So, like, that's that's triple value I get out of that whole situation.
They did say ignorance was bliss, didn't they?
Ignorance is so bliss.
Right? But people misunderstand, I think, and we think that is the ignorance is in being the bliss is in being ignorant, right? And it's like nah, like it's accepting that you are and be willing to learn, right? And be willing and open, right? Like again, there's a bunch of stuff I don't know, and that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. If I want to learn it, I'll go learn it.
I'll go learn it.
Yeah.
I'll go learn it. Right?
Definitely. If I want to bad enough, just like anything else I've ever wanted bad enough, just like anybody watching this, anything you wanted bad enough is human.
Yeah,
You put the time and energy in it to accomplish it and learn it and achieve it and make it yours.
correct.
Okay. So when people not doing that, but then they are professing something different,
I
you're
did
a,
everything.
you're a procrastinator. You ain't trying, you don't really want it. You do not really want it. Do something. Do
Did
something. I dare you do something.
Told you and I asked you, how do I get started? And you told me that I had to go do something. you you supposed to get me started. I told you I needed help.
I
Right?
used to, I used to see that in music when I used to deal with these young artists a lot. They were always when I stopped, when I said I'm not going to deal with artists, when it became too much of losing money
Mm,
dealing with artists and them not being them procrastinating. Basically, the artist you provide everything for them. You take them, you take the horse to the water, and you got carrots and you got beets and hay and everything else they eat, right? And you got the water set up for them. You even got a nice little brush for them where you can brush them and everything. You make the whole setup perfect for the animal,
mm,
perfect for the individual. All right. But then they don't want to drink, they don't want to eat, they don't want to do nothing. You know, they might want to drink and eat, but then they just want to sit there and not do nothing.
yeah.
They don't want to do all the work that needs to be done to actually get to go to where it need to be. So I said, okay, from now on, after going through certain artists and dealing with that, I said, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm going to be able to determine who I'm going to work with and who I'm not going to work with. And let me tell you something, God. Since then, besides rest in peace, Rod Cyrus, I stopped doing music because my nephew passed away. But
Right.
prior to that, I wasn't dealing with no artists because I said I would tell them, this is what I need you to do before you see me. Okay. I need you to get your publishing together. And I would tell them, go to ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, register yourself, get your
Mm,
publishing. Okay. Get that. All right. Then I would send them to a publishing split. Learn what this is. Because if you're making music and you're going into studios, you're gonna need this when you go into studios. Okay. And you're gonna separate yourself from other artists when you come in there and you're working with a producer and you like, I got a publishing split. Okay. Whether you buying your beats or y'all negotiating, however y'all working out points, whatever y'all doing, but learn this stuff
mhm.
because you want to be famous. But Jay-Z is a billionaire because he knows the business. Okay. So you could be a hoe, or you could be a pimp to the game. So which one you gonna be? All right. So what they do, procrastinate. Because all they want to do is come to the studio, smoke, drink, rap, and really be spending more time talking about other artists and the industry than focusing even on their craft.
I,
You
I
know?
I think a lot of it, man, is why we do Cigar Sundays, right? Because there's a misunderstanding of these words, and I think like in reference to artists, people think that the partying and the drinking and the procrastination is a part of being an artist. This is, I gotta, and you know, I'm not an artist, right? I'm a producer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a provider, but but if you're not creating art, I don't think you're being an artist.
You're not. If you sitting in the studio just smoking, talking about the new whoever, you know what I'm saying? The new whoever artist album just dropped, or whoever just came home from jail and they dropped the new whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that furthering your career?
I
That
think when
ain't
you
furthering your career. That ain't furthering your career.
correct.
You know, that ain't furthering your endeavor. What you trying to do. It ain't doing that. It ain't working for you. You know what I'm saying? You wasting money, studio time, you know, all procrastinating, acting like you really want something that you really don't, that you really don't want to put the work in, don't want to learn what it takes to do it, you know. And we seeing this, I keep seeing this so much. And I just be like, I'm like, man, it's wild because people will be like, oh, you retired, you retired. They automatically, people think because you retired that you got all the money in the world.
All
I
the
don't
money.
I don't know why. I have no idea why people think, oh, you retired? Oh, wow. Wow, you're so young. Oh, wow. I went to the if you went to the military early, then you would have been able to retire early. I wish I just told my dad today, happy birthday, Steve. I
At
just
first,
told I just told him today. I was like, in all honesty, sometimes I wish that I was still in there just because of the people that I have to deal with. You
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? That now I'm not in there.
Mm,
And it was so easier to just be like, be focused on work and act like they don't even exist.
that's true.
Because when you in the military, man, like you working, you ain't thinking about, you know what I'm saying? Unless you got a comfy desk job somewhere, you know, where you get to go home, you know. But in my line of work, you working,
My line of work was working. We was working. We
you
was
know. So I'm like, I'm tired of it. You know, like I don't even want to have conversations with people no more talking about they want something or they want something to be a certain way and they ain't willing to do the work to get it. Because then soon as I say, well, what you trying to do to get it? You know what I'm saying? What's your plan to get it? Then they look at you like, what was you thought it was gonna fall out the sky? You have to have a plan. You have to have formulate something. Are you asking me to help you with the plan? And then are you wasting my time? Am I going to give you all of my energy into your idea, and then you ain't gonna do nothing with it? So I be like, people say, man, oh, you retired? You retired? I'm like, bruh, the average American retires at 65 years old. That's when people stop working.
mm-hmm.
The average American. Okay. So why is it so difficult? Right. And this is just my thing. This is something I asked a couple people, right? Maybe you can help me with this, guy, because I never asked you this. Why is it so difficult for people to just say, congratulations on your retirement? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, that's it. But I know you young, so I know you ain't done. We didn't see you pull up in the Bentley, you know what I'm saying? Or the Rolls. All right. My address ain't in Melrose or Malibu or
Mm-hmm.
the Grove or Star Island. You know what I'm saying? So what I've done is I've become responsible enough to pay my bills, to manage my quality of life and pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? A responsible bill payer is what I become. All
Yeah.
right. For the quality of life that I can afford, not beyond my means, and what I'm comfortable with. That simple. The difference is I got another 20 years to get some more, baby. If you know what I'm saying? If you know, universe willing, I get them years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then I got another 20. I got another dub to stack on top of this. So I can see somebody, I can't even see nobody hating that. I would see I would rather somebody encourage it and be like, man, what you got, man? Like, I know you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got some more. What else we doing? What we doing? That encouragement, that same encouragement I get from you, that same encouragement I get from Jazz, that same encouragement I get from my sister, her husband, you know what I'm saying? My lady, you know what I'm saying? That same encouragement with him, like, what we doing?
What we doing?
You know what I'm saying? What we doing? Trying to elevate. That's what we trying to do. We trying to go from this level to the next level, to ain't no levels.
Not in words.
Ain't no word, right? That not in words.
Right. We don't want to sit and pontificate. We don't want to sit and jaw jack. We don't want to sit and verbally masturbate. Right. Like, we don't want to sit there and who can have, we have a word off.
Who could say it the best, right? Right? Who can get who know more but ain't doing nothing with it.
But nothing.
Who know more but ain't doing nothing with it. Right. We not doing that. That's that's the difference. That's procrastination. When you know better and don't do better.
Yeah.
You procrastinator. How you gonna sit up there and say, be like, yeah, well, I know I should be. Then why you ain't? What you waiting on? You don't need a New Year's resolution. Start today. Start right now. Go. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know, God. I'm kind of up to my limit. You know what I'm saying, with the procrastination, man. Because it's an eye opener. Like, I'm telling you, it's such an eye opener, because I left for so long and so many people didn't get to see me go from who they think I was, all right, or who they thought I was, to who I am now. They didn't get to see that growth. So now when we come back like this, right? Now we know every goddamn thing, right?
Everything.
We know everything, right?
And you got all the money.
And we got all the money.
You got Obama on speed dial. You can make things happen. You can find out what's going on Channel 7 News and why it's happening. Right, because you got all the connections.
You know what I'm
saying? Is folks just not being honest with themselves? Really just don't want it, and be fine with not wanting it, right? Because it's like the idea of, I don't know, think of something. Hey, bro, you don't want this chocolate cake? You're like, nah, I'm good. What? Really? You don't like chocolate cake? Now, I think it's that part, right? Like that follow-up question, because it feels like a dig. It feels like you're challenging my response, right? Like you challenging my resolve. You challenging, and so everybody, it's just.
I just had that conversation. Literally, because that's how things get misinterpreted.
Yeah.
You know, and people have these preconceptions, because they're already expecting, like, they have a what did I say? They have a desired response.
Correct.
Already, when they present the question, they have a desired response.
Correct.
When your response is not what they desired or what they thought it was going to be, it appears negative to them instantly.
Correct. They wasn't even listening to you. It just wasn't the response that they thought they was going to get, or
exactly.
And it just sounds like a no.
It sounds like a no, or it sounds negative. So they automatically that's how they receive it. But that ain't it, because it's just not what they wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, And I'm always gonna answer honest. I even laugh. Like, what'd you say? Chocolate cake? Like, I'm not hungry. Should I have said that? You know? But you asked me, do I want some? And I said no. That should have sufficed, right? It shouldn't it shouldn't have been a matter of whether I like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Just no, I don't want none. Like, why I gotta not like it? You know what I'm saying? You should have led with that first then. Do you like chocolate cake? Yeah, I do. Do you want some? No. Thank you. I appreciate it though. You know what I'm saying? Or I might say, hey, save me a little slice though. Yeah, just I don't want a whole piece. Just save me a little piece. You know, I'm trying to keep these teeth for a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying?
Is honest communication, right? But it requires everybody to be honest with themselves first to know that they should ask that question first. Hey, do you like chocolate? Yes. Hey, my wife just made a fresh one. You want a slice? Nah. Okay. Cool. Oh, put it in the refrigerator for you. You'll take it with you later. Bet.
Because that
Or
sounds like you really want me to have a piece of that cake. And I get that. You see what I'm saying? If you'd have told me, the queen done made some, I'm
they
gonna
really
put you a slice in, she probably done said that he taking some cake home. Cause we ain't eating up, cause you ain't gonna eat all this cake. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, come on, he's supposed to be able to know that though, but
right? But again, even honest, right? Like, and even be honest enough to be like, yo, I need you to take half this cake home.
that part. Right.
Yeah, what you do with it? I need it out of here.
You need it gone, man. Take half of it.
And yeah, but we judge and we're scared of judgment and it's crazy because we came out of the Me Too movement, we came out of the cancel culture. Now we're in the whole exposed culture, right? And while it seems like nobody cares and morality has gone all the way out the window and everybody's just doing what thy wilt, so to speak, right? And I don't know, man. It's scary because it's all fixable and it's all correctable, right? It's just a matter of that's like that's why when I asked the question about generational wealth, right? I'm like, yo, like we talk about it and we use these buzzwords a lot, but like just really look around. If everybody just take an assessment of the youth that they know, blood, not blood, just that's in their vicinity, right? And ask themselves honestly, are those youth interested in picking up what you putting down? Like, are they gonna carry on what any of the current adults are preparing? Like when you look back, do you see your kids doing what it is that you're doing? Are they gonna keep this thing moving, or is it gonna die with you? Right? And you can want it to you can want whatever it is you want, but we have to be realistic and we have to accept people for who they are. And my children may not want to be farmers, right? But they will know how to farm, right?
That
And
part though.
and that's the part that's important to me.
Right.
Not that they get their hands dirty, but I know for a fact that they know multiple ways to feed themselves without robbing, stealing, or killing somebody else.
Or having to go to the grocery store. See? Because that's the dependency that we all have right now. Is like we just so dependent on the grocery store. And what if they just we seen hurricanes and you know what I'm saying and natural disasters and stuff like that, man. Come on. Like It's not good. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun. So it's coming from firsthand experience, you know, like it's just not fun. I'm telling you. So definitely having those skill sets, passing that stuff down, that's tangible stuff. That's remember we was talking about like how you don't have to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to um go to the NBA or a professional athlete. I want to just pick on NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you don't have to be a professional athlete. You don't have to be this big famous entertainer and all this stuff. Every young person wants a vehicle. Okay. No matter how they get it, they still need to know how to pay a car note, what the interest rate is, what insurance is, maintenance. These are things that even if you work retail your whole life, you're gonna want a car. You're gonna need to know that information. You're gonna need to know how to pay rent. You're gonna need to know how to get a light bill turned on in your name. You're gonna need to know how to get an electric bill turned on in your name, a water bill, get cable, stuff like that. These are just this is home economic stuff that they should bring back home economics with a financial literacy component. You know what I'm saying? To give some people just some basic survivor skills
Yeah.
because we got youth going to college for the first time, fucking up their credit for the next 20 years. You know, just getting a credit card, not having no knowledge of it because nobody taught them about credit at all.
They think that because they can swipe and it goes through that they have money.
Yeah,
No, you
they can
have
spend.
money. But
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time later on. Trust me. It's not fun. We don't do it no more, but man, we did it when we was doing it.
whew, doing it,
Lord have mercy,
doing it.
for real. But yeah, but I had to stop procrastinating with trying to uh improve my personal finances. I had to stop procrastinating with it. I had to actually learn and buckle down and get some real discipline and some real education. And once I did that, then things changed. But it took me to stop and then I couldn't procrastinate with it. I had to stay on it. I still have to stay on it today. I cannot procrastinate with it at all.
And you'll find, right, is not only can you not procrastinate, but you don't even want to because you realize that your quality of life is better when you're in motion versus when you're not in motion, right? Because if you was to slow down, you already know that you gonna get less dividends, you gonna get less ends coming in, right? And that's just gonna none of your requirements are going down, right?
No, none of the bills that I've created for myself slow down
None of
at
that going.
all. You wake up every day, you gotta turn that light on,
You got to turn the light on, right?
run
And
that
you
water.
got to run. You have to, right? You have to. You got to eat, right? Like these things that you have to do. That's what I'm saying, right? And it's that whole like that legal term about being a minority, right? Like we got to grow up and take responsibility for ourselves and do the hard work, right? Be willing to fast and become disciplined in one thing at a time, right? Like we don't have to be great in everything. I'm not great in my finances yet. I'm way better than I used to be.
Yeah.
Right, like way better.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not great because I ain't not worried about money at all.
you know what I'm saying?
That's when it becomes great. You know what I'm saying? When I'm just focused on how to spend it. That's it. How to spend it. See, See, there was an ignorant part of my life where that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying?
And I thought that I was living, and I thought that I was up because I was spending, and I was spending freely, willy nilly, like it was, and it was comfortable spending, like it wasn't even painful spending until it catches up later. You trying to of yourself, then you feel all the hurt and pain then, but while you swiping and while you having big fun, all you doing is smiling, coping.
It's big fun. It's big. Oh, you want that? Oh, come on,
Got it.
go ahead, get that too. Get that too.
You ain't thinking about, okay, so where's the money coming from that? That's where am I getting that $200 from? That's where am I getting? How much these Yeezys cost? Like, where am I getting that stack from? Right, because it got to come from.
I never J's,
Mm.
but yeah, like once they start charging $1,000, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't keep up with. By time that became, because don't get me wrong, like all throughout the 90s and stuff like that, it was stuff. It was Murray's. It was they had different shoes, but Maury's was Gators though. So like if you paid 15 to, for some Gators, that's a whole animal for real, not a cow, not some leather. But right. But even then, because I had my own style, that wasn't a thing, that wasn't a desire. And then even when I had money, when I got to the point where I had money like that to be able to spend it on stuff like that, my style was different. So I didn't want to. I still wouldn't spend no $1,000 on my feet. Like I would have to be able to do that. Like I would have to be, for me, like especially now, if I can't go buy 300 pairs of them shoes, then I can't go buy them.
Yeah.
For $1,000, I need to know that I can get 300 or 400 pairs of these at any given moment for it to be a splurge. Yeah. If not, I'm cool with a pair of 175, 250, something like that. Some real nice hard bottom, something with a wood, Yeah, I'm cool with that. Even if it's a tennis shoe or something like that, and that's a splurge.
Yeah.
That's not like, oh, the new drop, because them shoes ain't new. Like we knew when they was new. Okay. Like they not new. They remakes. So all of that stuff, and to me, that shows how I see that today. I see that how these babies, they getting a lot of money and they still being so foolish with it. The literacy is still not there, even in a space where they can still acquire all this money.
Yeah.
So they get all this money and then they still just take it and spend it on stuff, on material stuff. Like when we talking about clothes and cars and non-appreciating nothing. Like that shit is just material stuff, non-appreciating material stuff. And they don't take none of that money. The majority of them don't take none of that money, and you don't see them. You see them doing the same things that they hear other people doing. Oh, buy some houses. Buy some houses. Does anybody know that the real estate market is in decline right now? You know what I'm saying? Is anybody paying attention to how taxes went up, but prices on houses is going down everywhere? Is anybody paying attention to how homeowners insurance has went up and even been canceled, but prices on houses is still going down everywhere? So all of this, I'm gonna be a real estate person and I'm all that, like, and people don't even know this information about it, but they have these dreams, these aspirations, but are procrastinating in learning everything about the market. Okay. And when you procrastinate about everything about the market, then you're never going to finish that idea. Never going to finish that idea because you're not learning everything about it. So that whole I want to be a real estate guru. I want to own these properties. I'm gonna get me a multifamily, or I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do this. Do you even know? Do the average person? I'm gonna tell you, the last 3 or 4 people told me something about a multifamily. I hit them with one question. I said, "Do you know that the interest rate is higher on the investment property than it is for a residential?" They was like, "It is." I was like, I said, "Now you can finesse it."
Finesse it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can finesse it because you can move in. You could buy it as a residential, use a residential loan, but you got to be qualified to do that. Okay. And then you just move in, live in one place, and then rent out the other ones. That's a solution to it. Oh, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's online. I didn't come up with that. I got that offline too.
Yeah, another one of the issues is everybody's thinking like all that TikTok stuff is legit, right? So because of the quality of somebody's video, people are saying, or people are thinking that their information has the same level of quality, right? And it looks so simple and it looks so easy, and that 60 seconds that they took to explain it or show you that thing, right? Like cats be calling me like, yo, look, they be people be sending me all kind of gardening stuff and plant stuff, and the clips be like real short, and I'm like, yo, that's like a year's worth of work though, right? Like he's like, yo, all you need to do is just this, and you can do 100 watermelons. I'm like, yeah, like you need a lot of space for that, like. It's
Right.
not, it's not, it's not a TikTok video. It's not a, these are not. I mean, like all this influential stuff or the influencers, like I don't understand, right? Because people it seems like real stuff like this don't get as much play because it's too real,
It
right?
is.
It's not like
Don't nobody want to hear the truth, Ali. Don't nobody want to hear. Don't nobody want to hear two brothers sitting around not complaining, not blaming, but
yeah,
talking about how you can actually do. You know what I'm saying? For real. And we ain't coming from no hole. We not, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the brothers in the metaphysical world. Shout out to the in the community. Shout out to the brothers in the economic communities. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, content creators doing their thing. But we sit here on Cigar Sundays and we just talking about, man, stop procrastinating.
just
You know what I'm
stop.
saying? Like, and if you are procrastinating, examine it. You know, you don't have to stop it in all the areas of your life, but examine it. We talking about something you can do yourself. We not talking about what we gonna do for you. Like we got the magic recipe, we
Nah,
got the quick fix, or we got, we not saying that. We saying it's in you. It's in you because we have to find it in ourselves. That's the only way that we able to do it. That's the only way that we able to do it because we have to look inside ourselves. So I'm saying I was born from a man and a woman, just like you, whoever watching this. Okay. I had some adversities I overcame, and I'm still learning. I'm still on my way, on my journey to death, like every other human being on this planet who is
every day.
born. Period. So if I can, so here now we go to the internet shit. If I can do it, you can do it.
Right? Right? But like,
And I believe some people, if that's something you want to do. But if it
yeah.
ain't something you want to do, then you know what I'm saying?
And again, right? My only thing is if it's not something you want to do, say that and don't try to stop me or somebody else from doing it. Right? Like don't get in my way. Right? Like don't tell me why it's not gonna work. Don't give me all the scary stuff that the white man's gonna take it, or somebody's gonna do this, or that. I gotta this.
What do the white man not own already? I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm over the whole, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do the like, dude, the money. Who makes the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, who makes the money? What are you talking about? What are they talking about? Who makes the money?
They talking about reasons to procrastinate.
Reasons to procrastinate.
Right, because if you can blame somebody else for why, right? And my thing is, like, if somebody will come and take that shit, let them come. Right, like you really do gotta come and take it. Right, you can't just tell me I'm gonna take it and then I'm just not gonna do it because you might come and take it.
That part, right?
Nah, like,
come get it. Pull up.
Like,
you want it bad enough, come get it. Pull up. If you think it's gonna be an easy take, come get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not talking to the federal government, because y'all gonna pull up, y'all take what y'all want, man. Y'all already got it. Y'all already got it. Y'all already got it. They ain't gotta take nothing because they got it. You know what I'm saying? But all civilians and anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Man, stop playing with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because we ain't on it don't mean we can't get back on it. It's still buried deep, but it's buried deep for a reason. You know, because it's more beneficial for us to enjoy some of this time, because what I said before, we are all on a path to death. Whether you like hearing it or not, you gonna die. You was born. Okay? So use this time to do something beneficial. Stop procrastinating. You know what I'm saying? Help somebody else. Help yourself. You know, be good, be great, be phenomenal, be magnificent. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, stop procrastinating. Finish the ideas. You know, like, people sitting on all these ideas and shit, but don't want to do no work to get one to maturation.
I'm
Not
saying,
one.
if you want to know if you're a procrastinator or not, right? Simple way of knowing if you're a procrastinator. If you have more than one idea at a time that you're not working on.
More than one idea at a time that you're not working on, right? I got all this stuff I need to get done. whole time you like this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how you know, right? If you can keep coming up with ideas, right? If you can keep coming up with ideas, you ain't doing nothing, right? Because a doer comes up with an idea and does that idea, right? And might come up with another idea, but won't talk on that idea until they're ready to do something about that idea, or until they are, or unless they might be trying to pass it off to you because you might be in a position or something like that, right? But like, doers do, like, we like one idea, right? We work on a thing. You can start you can have a whole new idea while you working on another thing, right? And start working on that, but you're still doing stuff, right? Like, you don't stop. Like, you just
That's called multitasking.
Multitasking, right? Like,
Yeah, that's called multitasking.
multitasking when they're having multiple ideas,
Mm-hmm.
right? They thinking that that multi thinking is also multitasking. You know, and I got all these ideas. I got
So they overwhelmed
they're
with ideas.
overwhelmed, but they attribute it to multitasking because they're thinking about this, they're thinking about that, thinking like they're all over the place and don't do anything because they're overwhelmed, right?
With the thought processes.
with the thought process, bro. Like, yo, like it's funny, but it's real though, right?
It
Like
is funny. It's hilarious because just do one at a time. Write them down. Take a day to think. Take a thinking day. All right, and write them down. And then I was just talking to my man today. Shout out to my guy. He was taking both of his daughters back to college. Shout out to him. And we was talking today, and he said the main things that he tells his baby girls is have a short-term plan and a long-term plan. Okay. And write the stuff down, because there's no better feeling than checking boxes off, knowing that you accomplishing things. Man, I almost shed a tear when I heard him say it, because I didn't know he was that sharp. I knew he was sharp, but I didn't know he was that shy. I ain't had no expectation, but I'm like, man, boy, that sounds like, yeah, like
you can have a bunch of ideas. You can
love that, man. That's that fathering.
A bunch of ideas is not a problem, right? When you're multitasking is not a problem, right? Checking boxes off. But if all you do is come up with ideas and you got a million ideas and you ain't did one of them,
not one,
then your ideas don't matter because there's nothing behind them, right? And more than likely, you're gonna have a hard time finding people to support your ideas, especially people that know you.
Now check this out. Now, what about the procrastinators that see you working out? They see you working. They see you working out, but they don't want to come along until it appears to be more beneficial for them. Now, this is where I'm like, that mindset is why. See, I didn't understand this mindset from the streets. Like in the streets, I used to hear people say, like, man, I'm shitting on these niggas, man. I'm gonna shit on these. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that, like, it could be grimy in a certain way, like if in certain situations. But I didn't know, I didn't never understand like the dynamic of when I get this, I'm a shit on, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, as soon as I get this, man, I'm shitting on everybody. I ain't understand that. I never knew that, because I'm like, okay, the goal is to get up and help other people. The goal is not to get up and shit on people. So like, I ain't never been built like that. I ain't never been built like where I wanted to be up and not look out for my men, you know what I'm saying? And for my family, and for, you know what I'm saying, things that, and when I say my men, like my brothers, right? I wanted to look out for my brothers. I want to look out for my family, not in that order, but you know what I'm saying? I want to look out for everybody that fuck with me like I fuck with them. Okay. Or at least like I think they fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So in my brain, in my world. But now I get it. Now I totally get it. Because you put in so much work. You build stuff. And then you'll make it very easy for them to insert themselves. And they don't even want to insert themselves.
Nope.
So then you feel like, so then it makes one feel like, you know what I'm saying? And this is a feeling, you know what I'm saying? It is an emotion.
It's an emotion, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But you will feel like, like, damn, I did all this work. And now, while I was digging over here, you know what I'm saying? You ain't want to come help me dig at all. But now I got this big ass hole. I got the pool in. I got the chairs out here laid out. You know what I'm saying? I got the drinks and everything. It's a little tiki. Now you want to come chill at the pool? But when I just asked you to come over here and help me dig a little bit, I ain't even asked you to help me dig the whole damn thing up. You could have did that was in you. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't need that from you. I'm just asking you, grab a shovel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And you don't even want to do that. But then now the pool is built. Now you want to lounge at the pool. You know, now you want to tell me what kind of drink you want. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to tell me what kind of drinks would be nice at my pool that I dug and built. You know what I'm saying? So I get it now. I get it now. And I see myself with the path that I'm with what I want for me in my life. I see myself having a whole bunch of people to shit on. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never missed no blessing. So I don't think that it's negative. I think that the universe is showing me these people who are not allowed to be able to celebrate with me when it's time for me to celebrate. That's how I look at it. So I'm taking, I'm gonna shit on these, and I'm giving it my own positive spin.
You just can't celebrate with me.
I'm making it mine, you know, because we do that with everything else, right? And then somebody tell, oh, you shouldn't be like that. Why shouldn't I? It's other people who like that, and their life is just fine. Oh, well, why you trying to be like them? I ain't trying to be like them. Let's ask them why those people that they asked to help, that they extended out to them, why they didn't reach their hand back. Why they ain't reach their hand back? Was my hand, was it not no money in my hand? Is that why? Or is my hand tarnished? Is, you know what I'm saying? Why not? You rather compete than to dig. You rather go get your own pool. I want my own pool.
You want my own pool.
I want my own pool. And I understand it. You help me understand that competing thing. You put that in perspective more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what now I tie them two together. Because I see like people just want to compete. They don't want to help. But when the pool built, they got their bathing suits ready to take a dip.
Yep.
You know, and sorry, the pool's going to be closed.
For you.
Yeah, for them. Definitely.
I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the diving board with tequila and everything in the pool. I'm spilling liquor in my pool because it's mine.
Hey. Mine.
For real.
And that's okay. That's why I say, man, like, you know, 2024 is the year of tough love, man. Like, it's, you know, that whole turn the other cheek idea and thought process and even that whole scenario you went down just now of people that's getting over and living good, and somebody trying to jet out mind trick you, talking about, oh, now you want to be, why you want to be like them?
Why you want to be like them?
Like,
what?
I don't people that's
like, if I'm gonna compare, if I'm gonna compare some shit, I'm not comparing down.
I'm not comparing down.
I don't know why people are so comfortable with comparing down. Like people say, like, oh man, it's somebody going through worse times. I get that, but it's somebody who also got a lot more shit popping too, right? So why don't we compare that? Why isn't that the common, reference?
Because we gotta always take less, right? The idea of not appearing greedy or tell you, man, is a fake morality, is a fake it's some Camelot. We all sitting around, waiting for Cinderella to see if her slipper fits, right? And like
Bob said, everybody, how do you gonna say it? And take everybody and make everybody feel high. Y'all know the words. Go pull it up. I was like, damn, Bob, you just gonna hit him like that? I said Bob Marley wasn't no fool, man.
Nah, bro. Like,
got people being out here malicious in the name of the Lord. Telling people you should, what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand up here and be like, you should be okay with struggling and strife and all this other stuff because Jesus was poor and Jesus ain't had no money and everything else. But then you passing that plate about 4-5 times.
The mind trick of the poor righteous teacher, right? Like that's they got this in our head where if somebody's giving out information, it's supposed to be free, right? Somebody's supposed to take their hard-earned time and energy and give out the game for free for everything to everybody, and it's because you didn't work hard to obtain anything that you actually got, right? You're only successful because you woke up like that.
I wish. Because I would have picked a different way to wake up. It wouldn't have included 20 plus years in the military with disability. You know what I'm saying? Literally.
Yeah,
Like,
because yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man. I wouldn't expose
I can't.
Person in their right mind is going to expose themselves to trauma. So it's like,
I can't even sit in a chair comfortably, for long periods of time, right? Just trauma.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just like, it's too much going on. Like, we just gotta stop procrastinating, as a whole, and start. I would say, it's either one or two way. Either start demanding more from people or just start cutting people the fuck off.
I think those things are one and the same. The what to say, the same coin, different side, or something like that.
But they resent you though. They resent you when
Man,
you say I'm not going to tolerate you doing this with me. You know what I'm saying? And then now, now you want something different. Like, yes, I'm on something different on, you know what I'm saying, on the way our relationship is going. Like that ain't, I'm not with that. You wouldn't accept that from somebody else. So why you want me? Would you let somebody this a good one too. The way you want to treat me, would you let somebody else treat you like that?
and the answer is mostly always no.
So it's like, so damn, so why you want to put that on me then?
Right.
That's what we asked about that bitch question. If a man if you gonna fight, you ain't gonna sit up here and call me no bitch ass nigga a whole bunch of times before I walk away or we get to it. You know what I'm saying? Then why I'm gonna be upset with my lady and I'm gonna call her a bitch when no man could call me a bitch, and I have a problem with it.
Yeah, pick and choose. Right? Like what's the fight that I could win? We're a bunch of cowards, bro. Like we were raised by monsters and cowards, and our tactics are that of cowardice. Is the wait and see game. Let's that's that whole, we need a messiah, not a messiah, but we need a Martin Luther King to rally behind. We need a Malcolm, need a Minister Farrakhan to rally behind. We need a Marcus Garvey, right, to rally behind. And nobody is willing to do anything until we have a person. Nobody want to be the person, right?
Man, people be acting like, you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Okay? I'm gonna go on the record. Everybody be acting like they can't say nothing. Farrakhan chose life. Period. Now, if we talking about all of these civil rights leaders from that era, Farrakhan chose life.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't knock Minister Farrakhan. Salute Minister Farrakhan for choosing life. So I'm paying attention to that. I'm choosing life too.
Because he's still looking and breathing. He's
Okay.
still enjoying his family.
He's still enjoying his family.
He's still raising his children and grandchildren, right? He still get to experience ups and downs of life with his family. Unlike Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, and so many others that were sacrificed for the people, so to speak.
And nothing changed.
And nothing changed. Right?
So that's why I be like, all these hip hop dudes, all these well-spoken uh uh or educated brothers who speak up for, you know, who speak on behalf or whatever, or speak in reference to, don't none of them never say the brother chose life. He's not willing to die for the black movement. He ain't. And I don't think he should be. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because if he do, then he gonna miss all that stuff that he's getting to enjoy with his family. And shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I came up around some people who, you know what I'm saying, was close to them. You know, real talk. And we was cool. We used to fight all the time, my man. You know what I'm saying? But we was kids. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like he chose life. He chose life, man. He's not about to die for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we be on here saying it's inside of you, because trust and believe, the minister knows what procrastination is. He knows what being judgmental is about. Okay. He know what black culture is. All right. All these topics, all these words, all this stuff we talking about, I'm sure I don't even know them, but I am inclined to believe that he's intelligent enough, okay, because he chose life. Because only a fool know that once you die, you can't do nothing.
Nothing.
It's done.
It don't matter if you get a street named after you. It don't matter if you get a holiday. Like none of that. Like they gave us Juneteenth, but won't apologize for slavery.
I didn't get Juneteenth. I got Indigenous Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. That's what I got. I am of American nativity. All right. I don't know about these blacks and these African Americans. Even though I take me a check if y'all cutting them. Because you heard JB. JB said, I don't want to talk about reparations for African Americans if we don't put the native peoples in it. You daggone right. You got to get me too, Joe. Got to get me too. You got to get me right. You know what I'm saying? For real. So
it's nuts, man. Like it's
the American, I said I'm of American nativity. You know what I'm saying? Like that, right? Like that. American nativity. All day.
That's funny, bro. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like everybody picking and choosing. And then sometimes we don't have no choice. Sometimes we don't have no choice. It's just, that's the box. That's your box.
That's your box.
That's your box. Check it.
Nope. That's your box, whether you check it or not.
Right? Because somebody else might fill it in if you leave it empty. And don't even ask you.
You just get assigned a role.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what we actually dealing with in real life, in real time, in the real America. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you know, we gotta stop procrastinating, man. We gotta finish these ideas. We gotta put some energy into this stuff. We work together, you know, with people who like-minded, you know, who want to get stuff done. And the people who don't want to get stuff done, man, fuck them. Plain and simple. And it's not maliciously. You know, I could say F somebody and it's not malicious. I'm saying that because it's just it's like a term of endearment. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they don't want to do something. You know what? Fuck them. It's okay. Plain
Yeah,
and simple.
because the alternative to that is for you to hurt them. Because
Yeah, if you cared that much though. If you don't care that much though, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Cause
to it is like, so you gotta let it go, right? You gotta let them go. Otherwise, you gotta shake them, right? Otherwise, you gotta put hand like, how much do you care? How much are you willing to risk for somebody else, right? Like, and I don't know, man. I was watching the Umar Johnson and I want to say his name was Loom conversation, and it was wild, bro. Listening to Umar talk and his points. Some things I agree with, some things I didn't agree with, but there's if most of us think we came from Africa, and yeah, some of us think that we from here, we either got to decide that it's gonna be two of us, or we gotta agree on a story, right?
mm,
Right. Umar under the impression that as Black people, our natural culture is that of collectivism and not individualism,
mm,
right? And I can understand that to a degree. As humans, we are social creatures, so we desire to be around other people, right? So we like collective. I could see that working. I could see that collective thought process being the model, right? About it being the natural innate model. I don't know. I know for a fact it is not the American model, though, right? It is not. Collectivism is not the American model, right? We
no,
have
absolutely not. Capitalism is the American model.
capitalism is American model,
Mhm.
right? So the idea that you got folks that think that we supposed to the black man is supposed to protect all Black women, black people supposed to protect all Black children, right? Some people feel like that. Some people feel like I'm gonna protect I'm gonna protect the ones that matter to me. I'm a, I'm a, I'm a risk my life willingly for those that matter to me. You got some that are willing to be heroes for perfect strangers. Umar said that he was willing to die for a perfect stranger. That's what he said.
I can't. I just can't. I'm not good with my facial expressions.
Yeah, that's what I say. Right? It's
Talk
like,
to Umar respectfully, bro. I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you ain't gotta prove nothing to me. If you say something about me, you just gonna blow me up. So don't put no sauce on my name. We need that. All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
But I'm gonna tell you real quick, but like, come on, for what?
yeah, because I'm saying because I definitely want to keep looking and breathing, right? I
Right.
don't.
Like he got a school to build. Like, how you gonna die for a you know what I'm saying, for a young lady who is allowing herself to go through some traumatizing situations? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die for that, and then all them babies gonna miss out on this school that you've been supposed to build for forever. That I still believe you're gonna come through with it. I just know things take time. Everything you can't build stuff in a day, you know.
But
So
I know you cannot be focused on the school and protecting everybody at the same time.
and protecting thoughts or ratchetivity because
Yeah.
it's a difference between protecting the women, okay, but a random
Nah, son, like that.
nah.
Nah, I ain't.
Nah, come on. This 2024, bro. Everybody know you gotta mind your business about certain stuff as bad as you want it, as bad as you might want to, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations, but certain situations you gotta mind your business. You might die.
keep it a stack.
He probably gonna be signing his death certificate because the dude he run up on, like, what? I don't give about you and the dashiki and all this. Bop, bop, bop.
And to keep it a stack, right? Like if
surely you died for nothing.
Relationship with somebody, you should probably consult with that person and find out if it's okay for you to die for a random stranger, right?
How do you do that? how do you consult with it?
Yo, so you remember that sister that said that somebody beat her with a brick because she didn't want to give him her number or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, it was a bunch of black dudes standing around and watching this sister get hit with a brick. And I'm like, that don't make sense. I was like, but let's just say there was. I said, so I asked my wife, I'm like, yo, so what would you want me to do? Right? Like, would you want me to jump into that?
That's bias. That's what you mean. What would she want you to do? You talking about with your wife
Yeah.
and you?
Yeah, bro. Like, and the answer is come home. Right? The
Answer is come home, right?
Because I don't know if he beating her with a brick because of some phone number or whatever. I'm not a police officer. I'm not.
Let me ask you this. Are you there when this happens?
Right? It's a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Okay. Don't give me.
Don't make it no more.
You know what I'm saying? Look. I got licenses too, fam. All right, we legal out here, all the way legal. We MC Hammer too legit to quit out here. So
why the story didn't make any sense in the first place. That
so like I'm a different type of Dr. Umar. Like, first of all, I'm gonna legally have it on me. And if you messing with my mama, my sister, my aunt, somebody we with, my grandmama, lady, wife, cousins, man, you're gonna die on the spot. I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Talking about hitting somebody in the head with a brick.
Now Umar talking about randoms.
Nah, not no random. Not no random.
And I'm saying not, right? Like, I didn't marry that random. I didn't agree. I don't have any obligations to that, right? It'd be different if we had a culture, and in our culture, it was established that we took care of randoms.
Nah.
It would be different if that was the culture, but we don't have that in the culture, right? You know,
it's not safe anymore. It used to be.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like,
but even in back in the day, right? Not in before us.
Yeah.
Before us. In communities, when there were communities, everybody knew who beat on who.
Correct.
Everybody knew who was the woman in the neighborhood, who their husband got another family around the corner, beat on somebody, beat on that, or maybe he don't. Maybe he just beat on his wife. He get drunk and beat on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knew that. Everybody. So these things have been accepted and tolerated for a long time. That's why I think Umar capping with that whole, you know what I'm saying? It sound good though. It sound like he all for the sisters, yeah. And I do think some sisters need to hear that as encouragement to maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even think that comes off like that. I don't even think that comes off as like, well, maybe I need to examine the guys that I'm dealing with and examine myself if I'm allowing myself to be involved into. Because he's not saying that. He's leading with the whole, I'm gonna shoot some, I'm gonna drive, go to jail for my sisters.
And that's,
come on, stop it.
That's to me, I think that's all irresponsible, right? Like,
he didn't even say go to jail. He said, that.
Like, it's all irresponsible, right? Because Buddy asked him, he was like, yeah, but what about your daughters, right? Like, you just gonna leave them? And he was like, Dr. King did it, Malcolm did it, Megas Ever did it. I'm like,
so what do you think? He had a martyr status now or something?
Like, man, like,
is he? I don't know. I don't follow the dude. I don't follow the cat like that. Is he that? Is he that now? Because I don't know. I do talk to some young people, and I ain't heard no young people mentioning his name. You know what I'm saying? So I would think if he was that it'll be young people in today's climate. It'll be more young people. You know what I'm saying? That
Nah, young people are more interested in Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion.
yeah, actually, yeah, actually, Lil Red or whatever her name is. You
Nah,
know,
that's a,
Lil Red, Lil Red.
he's
Yeah,
a,
they on that. But
yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he ain't got more and even the Nicki Minaj, he ain't got more motion than them.
nah,
Even
nah.
the worst rapper, he ain't got more motion than the worst rapper. He don't got more motion than 6ix9ine.
But he think he do though, right? Do ask him if he think that he is more influential or not more influential, has helped more kids or touched more kids than Deion Sanders. And he was like, yeah, right.
I don't know. I don't know his
And
professional record, and he works in child psychology.
yeah,
So I might rock with him on that. I might rock with him on that. And working in child psychology, but I don't know his track record though. How we see who goes through Dion programs and what they come out on.
I'm
The end result.
like, for me, a
Because it's
question
more publicized.
like that, the answer would have to be uh he do what he do the way that he do it. I do what I do the way that I do.
That's fair.
But but to compare me to my brother, right? Because again, we always put, it's all this friendly competition crap,
They
right?
compete. Yeah.
And I got to be better than you, and there can only be one, and all this other crap, and nah, I'm good on all that, bro. Like,
Can only be one Dr. Umar. It can only be one Neon Dion. You know what I'm saying? It's only one Martin Luther King. It's only one Malcolm X. And I think these things are on purpose.
yeah,
You know
there
what I'm
was
saying? I just think
more
they
than,
on purpose.
more than one Ali L, there would be a whole problem in this world.
I think, yeah, I think it was the Chef Pearl. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'd be like, the world is great like that because everybody has their own uniqueness, their own individualism. So everybody ain't supposed the same. We can have some things that that we come to agree on, some similar
Mhm.
likenesses and things like that. That's fair, but we still supposed to be our own individuals, unique selves,
Mhm.
you know. That's it. Other than that, we gotta work together. Like if we're gonna build anything, then you gotta work with other people. Like you can't build something large for a lasting, to last. Like everything that we seen built that's lasted a long time was not built by one person. And I mean, we can even go from pyramids to Microsoft. It still wasn't built by one person. So it still takes a team. It still takes dedicated people, goal oriented, wanting to complete it, wanting to see it through, dedicated, disciplined. We got to not procrastinating, finishing ideas,
Yeah.
okay, getting started on these ideas and finishing them. And until we get that as a collective, I don't know. I'm choosing life.
I'm choosing life, right? Like I enjoy looking and breathing. Right? Like I choose life because that's what we do on this side, right? On this side of the earth, we live,
Yeah.
right? So I'm doing that, right? And I'm a win, and not just win. I'm gonna continue to win, right? Because I've
Continue to win. Yeah.
been winning, right? Every day that I wake up, I have another opportunity to win.
Every single day, right?
Every single day, right? And every day that I get to lay down and close my eyes, I won that day. And if I wake up the next day, I get a whole nother opportunity to win again.
To win again.
Right? Like it's not you didn't just you don't just win when somebody else gives you the first place prize or whatever. Right? Like that's not the only race that you running throughout the day. Right? Like everything you do or don't do. Right? Like, are you gonna start?
You're not going to procrastinate. Everything that you don't procrastinate at, you get accomplished.
That's true.
Everything, I'm convinced, everything that a person does not procrastinate at, they get accomplished.
They get accomplished.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is the hold up? What is the problem?
They really don't want to do it.
They really don't want to do it. And I wish people would just say that, like it would just save so much time. Like when you just ask me, hey, you feel like doing, you want to do something, you want like I don't feel like doing, I don't really want to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even have to say, I don't want to do it with you. You know what I'm saying? They could just say, I don't want to do it. And it's cool. But when I see them do it with somebody else, I'm Earl Pearl, man. I'm gonna call you out. You know what I'm saying? Take it how you want to take it.
But you ain't want to do that.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'll be like, damn, I didn't know you was doing that. I thought I had asked you though, remember? You know what I'm saying? Cause I'd rather you tell me in my face. I like honesty. I appreciate it. I value it. You know what I'm saying? So like, tell me you don't fuck with me. Tell me. Don't play, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, like play cool and all that. Cause I don't do people like that. Everybody who know I don't rock with them, I don't rock with you. Plain and simple. You know, it ain't no halfway in. We either all the way in or you know what I'm saying? Have a wonderful life.
You keep hitting them, bro. It's that halfway in, halfway out. Like that's the our defense. That's why that's what propels the procrastination. Right? They want to ride the fence. They wanna say they with you so that they can say they had early support. They supported you early. So that when it do blow up, yeah, man, I always been there. I always been there. Like, yeah, that's cool, but you 100% didn't dig none of this, right? Like
Nothing.
you didn't have a shovel in your hand not one day. Yeah, you didn't bring the water out. You ain't move the umbrella to give me some shade. You ain't did nothing to assist, but said good job.
That's it.
You told me you was proud of me.
Proud of me.
Thank you.
I told a friend of mine, I told a really good friend of mine, I told him, I said, I'm not proud of you. And he didn't know how to take it. You know, he didn't. Because I guess nobody never said, I said, being proud of you is for your mother. Being proud of you is for your father. Okay. I'm a man who you met who saw something in you and knew that you just needed somebody to show you what was in you already.
Yeah.
That's it. So I was a tool for your journey for you to use. All right. So I ain't proud of you because you was already there. You already showed up. I knew when you showed up that you were supposed to be there. Whether you knew you were supposed to be there or not, I was happy you came. You know what I'm saying? So I said, say that again, God.
Showed up, right? Like, cause you showed up, right? Because that's the first step.
Because that's the first step. You got started.
You got started.
And they ain't had nothing to do with me. So just because you met me here and I have, encouraged and supported you being here, I don't need no repayment. My repayment is seeing you be great at something that I saw already. I was already seeing your greatness. Like, man, you already, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't want, I don't, especially with all the rest of these clowns. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see somebody that's like, man, yeah, they got it, man. Like you know, and I ain't hold their hand. But I told him, I said, bro, I'm not proud of you, bro. Like I already knew you had this in you. I already knew that you that. So no, so I'm not doing all that proud stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep manifesting it how you want to manifest it. Keep building it how you want to build it. Okay. And I'm here for you if you need anything. Just like that. But let mama and daddy be proud because they had you. They
Yeah.
was with you with the first steps. They was
Correct.
with you when you went through whatever adversities you went through as a child, as a teenager, as a young man, as a grown man, and everything else that you've been there. They've been there for all of that. They deserve to be proud of what you've become. Me, I should just be happy to see my brother win.
I should just be happy.
That's it. So I'm happy for you. But they want it proud.
They want proud. Yeah.
They want it proud.
They want it proud.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, nah, bro. Like I ain't proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I am happy for you.
And I think
Like,
that's what
I ain't proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Your mama proud of you. Your daddy proud of you. I'm
I
happy for you.
Because I didn't think about it like that before until you said it, and now you saying it. I think that people assign mentors parental roles, like parental assignments. I think that's what happens. I think that's why proud is expected or desired, because it's almost like it's weird, bro. Because like you said, right, like your mother and father actually put work in to making that for you to even be here in the first place.
Big
Like
facts.
like their desires is why you're here. Their hopes and dreams is why you're here. Right? So when you're successful or whatever you are, and they are proud of you in whatever that you are, like they're proud of their efforts. They're proud of their work. They're proud of seeing the fruits of their labor blossoming and stuff, right? Like and
Ain't
dropping
that?
and dropping seeds and making more trees and more flowers and more plants, and right, like but as a mentor, like you say, I was already here working, and
Yeah.
I was going to be here working whether you came here or not,
That part.
right? um Whether you work or not really doesn't have anything to do with me.
Facts.
You got to show up, and you have to ask somebody for help. You have to inquire for what it is that you need,
Right.
right? You got to get over here. I'm not the person that like when I was in my 20s and 30s, early 30s, right? Like I still had the buzz of I got to tell everybody everything that I know. I got to grab people and I got to change them and show them the right way, and that's tiring and frustrating, and you run uphill backwards, right, doing that, and you get exhausted and you get tired. It's a lot easier to just accept people for where they at, and I say accept people, you say fuck
I'm learning. I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? My words be a little bit. I'm
them.
learning. I'm learning. I need to get better with my word, with my what how I say it. I need to get better with my how I say it. You know, I know it.
I work on that because I really do want to be able to walk away from a situation knowing that I did everything that I could have done, and this is not working out, not because of anything that I haven't done. It's just you don't want to do this, which is why this is not working, right? And I walk away with that, right? But if I feel like I didn't do something, it'll haunt me forever. I would.
Yeah. For people I care about.
Yeah.
For people I care about. That's why I be so hard on some of the guys. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I was just like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, how you cool with this with if we down with some foolishness? You know what I'm saying? But like, we talking about something over here that you ain't even gotta do no foolishness no more, and you just give a couple hours of your day. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about what you want to talk about. But your brother got the whole thing set up, man. Like, come rock with me. But if I'm talking about if I call you like, man, woo, I got this, you gonna be with that 100%.
Yeah.
But when we sitting over here just talking about trying to build ourselves, build our character as men, they don't even have to be on Cigar Sundays. You see what I'm saying? We got the whole internet. We can do whatever you want to do. Do something. Do something constructive. That's all I'm saying. Then it's like, nah, I don't want to do this, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. All right, cool. So, stop procrastinating, man. I'm not gonna allow people to be calling me no more, talking about what they want to do. I'm not reaching out to people no more, asking them to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing it. I'm gonna get on some real nose in the air shit. Like, it's gonna cost you. When I asked you to do it and it was free, you didn't want to do it. Now, you better have some money. And don't look at me funny. Because when it was free, I was honest. It'll be free for life. I'm like, step out, rock with me. But you don't want to rock with me. So you want to watch and you ever compete. So then you got to pay me.
Because that's what competition does. Competition pays.
Absolutely.
Right. And
yeah. I think that's very fair. Because all of the free options have been exhausted. So, you know what I'm saying? Now now let's get to the money then.
Let's get to the money now. And maybe now you respect it more.
Yeah. Cause I was just like, wow, it's amazing how people don't value anything that's free. It's amazing how people just have to spend their money on it in order for it to be some value. That's crazy to me. Like you gotta feel like you spent all this money in order to see the value in this thing.
Yep.
It got to be shiny. You never seen tarnished silver? And got you some toothpaste or something and cleaned it up? And said, whoa, I got something here.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Everybody wanted to be shiny when they get it. And it don't work like that sometimes. You gotta build things, you gotta get it, you gotta build it up to be shiny. And that's why I'd be like, man, well, if we build it up, we sitting in our shiny spaceship, don't ask us for a ride nowhere. Cause it's gonna be no room. But y'all got like, y'all got rooms and all types of shit up in there. They're taken.
All of them.
Every single one of them.
Every last one of them.
Because it's already enough. It's already some people already in there who I'd rather not have in them rooms. You know what I'm saying? Who I already knew wasn't gonna do nothing but come to the pool. You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
for people that you make allowances for, Like you accept them for who they are, right?
Right.
And you allow them to do that. But that's not something that anybody else could practice, right?
Definitely not.
You know.
Definitely not. Not when we have the ability now and the resources to do. And if we have the ability now to and the resources to do, I don't see why we not doing. I get it. And everybody wants more. It's just like people say, like I went back, if people say you retired, like, well, if I'm so retired, then why am I building a live streaming network? Why do me and you have conversations about consistency and keeping up with what we say our schedule gonna be? Why do we have conversations about that? Maintaining our professionalism because we actually trying to facilitate the goal. We trying to get a certain place.
Yeah.
So then I talk to other people and I was like, man, it just be it's wild, God. So I just said, man, there's so many people procrastinating. And I just wanted to that's what this show was about tonight. Just finding out. I mean, we talked about so much stuff, but but ultimately we're gonna bring it back to now we're gonna land the plane. We just went from three, we jumped from 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna land the plane. Is procrastination of any value?
Nah.
Is it valuable at all? Does it help people win? Is it motivating? Is it are successful people procrastinators? And I'm talking about I'm not doing semantic success. I'm doing what everybody thinks success is: money, rich people. Are they procrastinating? They don't look like it.
Nah, they not.
They finishing their ideas. Oh, they got money. Oh, so that's why they don't have to procrastinate, because they have money. Well, what about the ideas that don't require a whole lot of money to start up? What about the things that other people already have, and they will say, hey, just come sit at this table with me and bring what you have. And we're gonna put that on display too. And just bring yourself and your mind and your ability to talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's all a brother asks. People still don't want to do that. So all I can say is fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I can say. I can't really say nothing else. I can't really say nothing else about it because, like, other than the people, that's not towards the people who have legitimate reasons why, you know what I'm saying, why they can't participate in things, because they not doing stuff for themselves either. For real, for real. All right. So that's fair. But when you talking about, like, you see people doing stuff, and they act like they can't, then it's just like, I bet. You got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got time for this shit. But you won't tell me I don't want to fuck with you. See, I don't respect. And that's where it comes down the line where you be like, all right, just shit on them. I understand it now. Because when you a person who appreciates honesty, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really about what you ain't doing. It's about the fact that you just won't be honest about what you ain't doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Because the monkeys, I'm the monkey. The show gonna go. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the show gonna go. So it's like that's not a big deal. But even in their own life, you see them not doing things that they say they want to do, and they procrastinating on that stuff too.
They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it, and they don't want to say that, right? Because then, so you're gonna be like, hey, you want to do this? Nope, I don't want to do that. Why not? And the why not may not be good enough, right? Somebody may challenge their why,
That's
right?
crazy.
Right, and
That's crazy.
people being challenged, right? Like, is real.
I just like that hard no. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't want to do that. You know, don't spoon feed. Don't think you telling me something I want to hear. You know, like that's the worst. When somebody think they telling you something that they think you want to hear. You know, to be honest with yourself. Because what's gonna happen is your actions are gonna be reflective. So then are you gonna expect me to cater to your procrastination?
They do,
You know,
right? Because
and then that's when they get their feelings hurt.
again, it goes back to the expectation conversation, because they are expecting you to know who they are, and know that they are procrastinators, and know that this is just what it is. It's not personal. It's not a they're not purposely attacking you personally, um, even though they 100% are. All right. If you're wasting my time, you are attacking me personally, professionally, directly, indirectly, like that, like wasting my time. As far as I'm concerned, is full on out assault. But
You say it's an all out warfare.
like, I don't know, waste my time, man. I'm not, like,
Right.
don't. Yeah, warfare.
All out warfare, right? Because we
Right.
can't get that back. And I'm just like, man, we could have did something constructive with it, but I was over there bullshit with your bullshit and procrastinating ass.
Because
You know, and we could have been doing something productive.
and you want to do stuff that's productive. You don't want to just do anything. Like, nobody want to wipe that bulkhead, just wipe it down, right? Like,
Not really. You know, not really. Like after you clean it good once,
eh, niggas-
then you kind of just standing around, you know what I'm saying, wait for somebody to be like, "You not done with that yet?" Well, nobody told me to do anything else.
but
So I'm gonna go ahead and procrastinate right now from moving on to the next project. You know, I'm just gonna keep on wiping in a circle right here.
and it's I'm a operate in my minority, right? And I take any accountability and keep wiping in this circle, all right?
It's crazy. So yeah, we land that plane though, y'all. Procrastination has no value. Just gonna go with that. That's how we, gonna get ready to wrap it up. But we gonna wrap it up with like procrastination has no value. So I suggest people stop procrastinating. You know, if it's something that you want to do it. Like,
Just
don't wait.
yo, real quick. That's how I feel about yo. That's really how I feel about men not talking to women, right? I think is the ultimate sign of procrastination for men to be engaged in conversation. A beautiful sister walk by, they stop that conversation and then about what they would do to that sister with each other. Right? I think it's crazy when you go and stop that sister and talk to that sister. Like, don't procrastinate. Right? Don't stand here and talk to your man about what you would do. Go do it. Like, go try, go holler at the sister and be like, yo, what I would do to you. Right? Don't tell your man that. Like,
Yeah.
that is procrastination. Like that.
Them guys, they built like that. Them
Yo,
guys, they built like that. They walk up to a baby girl. You know what I would do to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come in smooth anyway. That's a tough one to land. But man,
but
dudes ain't doing that. That's why they talking to their man about it. Oh man, you know what? You ain't gonna do nothing. You standing here talking to me, actually wasting my time. And we was talking about something else that was productive. You know what I'm saying? And now you distracted, and you
that's
ain't gonna do nothing.
that's my point. That's my point. That's why I don't like it, right? Cause I don't have BS conversations. I don't sit and talk about the weather, right? Like I don't
Right.
not a right. Just
I do with my elders. I do with my elders. Elders love the weather. I don't know what it is. It's like soon as the conversation, soon as the conversation kind of goes, like they ask how you doing and then like when they run out of kind of questions, it's like, well, what's the weather like? Yeah. You know. But yeah, definitely with elders, it's all good. But young people, like you saying, our age, man, come on, man. Like we have more stuff to get accomplished. We are not their age yet.
not their age, right? Like we ain't got we got way more stuff to talk about than the weather. We got way more stuff to be doing, right? Like think about it. Like the elderly, they can talk about the weather because they did all the work already, right?
Yeah.
Like they got time to sit and talk about the weather.
That's really all they doing for real, just watching the sun rise and set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what you strive to get to. You strive, hopefully, your days getting old to be filled with that. You know, be able to just kick back and,
And stuff.
oh, it's raining today. I guess I won't go to the store today. I'll wait till tomorrow. You know, some whatever, run my errands, whatever they gotta do. But
Yeah.
that's a blessing. But I'm like, yeah, like right now, while we young, you know what I'm saying, and still got to get up and go. Like, why people procrastinating? They don't want it.
You don't want it.
Everybody want to be a millionaire, but don't want to do the work to get it. Except for play the lotto.
Except for play the lotto. And even that they might want to borrow $1 from
Yeah, borrow $1 to play the lotto.
you.
Crazy.
You know? But
Should
yeah,
you even be playing the lotto? You might need to be saving your money so you can.
you might
You know
need
what
to
I'm saying?
got a position, bro. Like it's all procrastinating. All that stuff is all procrastinating, right? All that, hey, can I borrow $1 so I can play the lotto? Right? Like that's procrastinating because you need to save your money. You need to fix your life so that you don't have to borrow money to play lotto. Gamble.
Wow. Because I know it's people that do that.
I'm
But
not
you know
making.
what I'm saying? Like I just like God, I've been like I don't like for real. Like when I say this, people be like, and I think it might be my problem. Like I can't say it to people, I gotta explain it.
Mm,
And I'd be like, I don't know what it's like to not have no money.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it's like to be completely broke. Like since I was before.
Hmm.
So like from 9 years old up until we went to Atlanta, from about 9 to about 17. That was the first time I had ever been broke.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? From 9, to 17, I always had money in my pocket. Atlanta was like the first time I was broke, like broke. Like can't buy no shoes, 2 pair of jeans. You know what I'm saying? Now we started off then wearing Danny clothes. Shout out to my man Dan, Big Dan. You know what I'm saying? All that growing up. But like once I stopped wearing his, bro, I was getting, cutting grass, raking leaves, shoveling snow, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? As a jit and coming on up, learning, whatever. So that was the first time. And then after that, man, I was like, man, I ain't gonna never not have no money no more. I don't care what the fuck I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because that was a learning experience. Moving to Atlanta. I thank you, Mom, if you watching. Thank you. I thank you for taking me to Atlanta because that made me a man. You know what I'm saying? That's when I learned responsibility because I was thrown in the fire. I ain't had no choice. And I didn't have access to all my resources that I normally had in the areas that we was from.
It makes a difference.
That I was familiar with. So, pardon me. So that's why I say, like, when I say I ain't never had no money, I ain't never been broke. What I'm saying is that I've never looked at myself as I'm broke and I don't have a method or a way to be able to get myself from feeling unbroke. That's what I'm saying. So even as a child, when I wanted them shell toes, all right, when I wanted them 3-stripe shell toes, the black ones with the white stripes, and Mom said, you can't get that. Yeah, you can get some shoes, but you can't get those. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, keep your money. You know what I'm saying? Because I want those.
I want those.
Yeah. So if you ain't gonna buy those, I don't even want the money you're gonna put in on those. Okay. I'm gonna go get my own money and I'm gonna go get my shoes with some pants to match and a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get fresh, dog. You know? So I'm like, so I can't, so even when it's like you get to a certain age and you like, okay, well, you broke. You're not really broke. Have you looked at what you have? Have you totally examined what you have access to? And have you said, am I utilizing what I have access to? Am I maximizing it? And most people don't.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Most people don't because we don't know how to, right? So until I joined the Navy, I didn't know how to maximize my resources. Like I literally learned how to maximize my resources, right? Like growing up in the projects, like bare minimum was enough, right? Like everything. Exposure is important, man. Like life experiences are important. I don't know, man. Bill, man, I got a boogie, bro.
All right, God. Well, as always, it has been a wonderful conversation right here on Cigar Sundays Live. And everybody watching, make sure y'all hit the like and share the video. Also subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can see all the new stuff that we come up with here on Cigar Sundays. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV across all social media platforms, always with the illustrious Cigarden Panel with the guy Ali Dawu L at BK Soul Farm, and I am Jazz Garcelle. We're gonna keep an eye on prayers. Make sure we do that, y'all. And y'all make sure that y'all join us here next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time or 8:05. As you know, we be on DB Chef time. You know what I'm saying? So just pull up. We know it's Sunday. And we want everybody to have a peaceful, positive and productive start to your week. And I think we got the new month coming in too. So close out the month spectacular, man. Make sure y'all finish out this month strong, whatever y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, thanks for joining us. And we're gonna be back. Don't forget to hit the links and stuff in the description. Check out what we got going on at the on our websites and stuff like that. We got some good stuff, y'all.
Word up.
Yeah, God. And you know, we're gonna get it together.
Yeah, we ain't got no choice.
Yeah, we're gonna get it together.
Do as we do.
Because we're not gonna procrastinate. You know, definitely not procrastinate. Yeah. Yeah. All right, fam. Peace, God.
Peace.
Girl, we got that touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. Girl, we got that touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. I said lately, I've been thinking about you crazy. Wondering will you be my lady? Cause I wanna take you down. Girl, I wanna show you what this loving's all about. It's our time, girl. I wouldn't waste another minute if my heart wasn't in it. Let me take you down, girl, and spread you on my bed and show you how I'm about to get. Girl, we got that touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. Girl, we got the touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. I said I can't get you out my head. Daydreaming about us, waking up in my bed. You're the only woman I want with no regrets. How you do it, I do not know, but you're the best, yeah. So when I lay it down, I ain't trying to play around. Instead, I'm trying to get it to you screaming, I'm in love right now. Ooh, touchscreen love when I'm with you. Your love is so official. Girl, we got the touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. Girl, we got the touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. Girl, we got the touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. Girl, we got the touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love.